I'm Neil Verano for Driving.ca. This is our very own motor mouth, David Booth from Driving.ca. You test drove the Ford Mustang GT350.
Yeah.
And what did you think of it at the time?
At the time, I thought it was a hell for strong sports car. Still do. For instance, it's got a King Kong of a motor. It really is an amazing motor. I mean, it's a 5.2 liter V8, an American V8 that spins to 8,500 RPM. In fact, its maximum horsepower is until 7,500 RPM.
And describe the sound.
Barking is the only word I could say. Imagine the loudest, meanest German Shepherd, Pit Bull, Cross. It's an angry, mean sound. It's really quite fun. That's because it's got a flat plane crankshaft a la Ferrari 458.
Yes, and I have to agree, it's one of the best sounding V8s, best sounding engines I've ever heard at full scream. It's great.
But that's only when it's working. We've had a little bit of a problem today around the track. It's overheated a couple of times, and now we can only turn, instead of 8,500 RPM, 4,900 RPM. Sort of puts a damper on things.
But let's tell the good folks, though, why we're here running at 8,500 RPM.
Well, we were trying to keep up with the Porsche Carrera 2 over here. Little less horsepower, 370, but it's got a little bit of finesse. In fact, this whole thing reminds me of the animosity between the Democrats and the Republicans a little bit. I mean, there's no agreement here. Either if you like one car, you're an effete bourgeoisie European. If you like the other car, you're a NASCAR apologist. You know, I mean, whichever way you vote, you're going to alienate the other crowd. North American cars can now keep up with the Europeans. In a straight line, pure power, it turned out to be true. Got to admit, the Porsche is still a little bit better. I never really pushed the Mustang GT350 as hard as it could go. It bites sometimes. It really is an angry pit bull.
That is true, that is true. And I found the same thing. The Porsche is very easy to go fast. It's different brakes. You have to press the brakes harder because they're steel brakes. They're not carbon brakes. The Mustang is definitely a brute. And if you let it go a little bit too far, it will bite you.
You know, if I had to do one fast lap, I'd certainly go in the Mustang. If I had to do a whole bunch of fast laps, I'd be in the Porsche.
For the average skilled sports car person?
Oh, that's easy. You got to go with the Porsche 911 Carrera 2. It's a dawdle to drive. I mean, the front end sticks, the rear end drifts out just nicely. Again, the Mustang is faster, it has more grip, but when it starts to do foolish things, it bites hard.
So then what's the car for someone, say, like James Hinchcliffe or Mario Andretti?
I guess it's the GT350 if they can keep it the water temperature below about 105 degrees centigrade.
And that's the problem. That is the problem.
Yep.
For Driving.ca, I'm Neil Verano.
And I'm Dave Booth. Thank you very much.